Well, good morning, everyone. This is Christy from Crimbo's Chronicles. Jimbo's up there in the driver's seat of the RV. We are parked at our next Harvest Host. That's right, another Harvest Host where we paid $80 for the year and we get to park here within that $80 for free. But they do want you to spend some money or donate. So we're going to go where we're parked is at the Historic Auto Attractions Museum in Roscoe, Illinois. And it's got more than autos, I promise you. It's got a ton of cool stuff. But we are parked here. We're going to camp out for the night here. Just going to go into the museum in a few minutes. But first I want to talk about the weather here in Illinois. This is the second time this has happened to us, but we were driving on an interstate in Illinois headed north. And the weather got really bad, and it was like 70-mile-an-hour winds. And the awning above right here started pushing out in and out, and it was almost parachuting up while Jimbo was driving us. And so we had to pull over and let the weather pass. But it came on us really suddenly, so it was a bit of a shocker. Super annoying. But before that happened, the same slide the night before, we went to put it out, and it did a lean out. It was basically going towards the ground like this. And so we pulled it back in so that we didn't have to have the same situation as the last trip where we had the other slide stuck like this much out. And that's dangerous when you're driving down the road. Jimbo had to put some things in there to make sure that it wouldn't slide out further while we were driving. Could you imagine? That would be so scary. So we're going to get this thing settled, put this other slide out. We can put one slide out, but not the other again. And yeah, trying to get that fixed around here is going to be so hard. We've already gone to a Camping World that says you can get service done the same day. Well, that's a lie. The service that is going to be done is just for maintenance. They won't take care of your immediate problems that happen while you're on a road trip immediately. They said it's going to be like a 3-week wait. So we are going to try to find either another Camping World that maybe isn't as busy on this trip, or a mobile RV repair guy. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out. Either way, we can limp through it. It's still drivable. The slide isn't sticking out at all, so we could still get into the bathrooms and get into the back. So it just stinks a little bit for the dog. He doesn't have a lot of wiggle room in there, but he's got plenty of space, no worries. So let's go check out this museum. I'm super excited about this place. It's going to be so many cool things, so let's go. All right, so I got Jimbo, and we are headed to the entrance of the museum. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the guy who bought it. His name is Wayne Lensing. He was a auto assembly worker who somehow became a millionaire. I'm not sure how. First purchase he made was a limo that was owned by Howard Hughes. And I think that he got a little addicted. It's 80,000 square feet of collectibles of this guy. So I can't wait to see what he's got. Let's get in there. Historic Auto Attractions. Thank you, sir. Here we go. There's some guns. Rifle display case. I feel like I should know whose guns those are. Ooh. John Wayne's toga saddle. I see John Wayne in the back there. Or Clint Eastwood. Sorry, there's John Wayne. John Wayne Warner Brothers Western cowboy hat. In memoriam to our first and last great American Western heroes. Okay, I'm going to do my best with this display case, which you're going to see me. Cowboy hat. The Cisco Kids cowboy boots. Audie Murphy's little bandana. And his Nudie's ostrich boots. Ooh, and scarf. Gary Cooper's original grave marker.
Nice little train prop in the movie.
Wow, cool. That was from movies in the 30s and the 40s. It was a prop. Vintage tobacco dating back to the early 1900s. That's cool. Gunsmoke. This outfit was worn by Matt Dillon on the famous Western Gunsmoke. Huh. Oh, and there's the piano from Gunsmoke. Huh. Chair used by Milburn Stone, Doc Adams in Gunsmoke. And as you can see, all the wonderful pictures all around it. There is a horse head made of birch wood. We've got a lot of guns of the Old West back here. If I was to shoot everything, it would take me all day here. Long. Ooh, look at how long that is. Wow. Wow. One's even longer. 1800s flintlock long rifle. Whose saddle? Rare antique Confederate saddle. Virginia, circa 1860. Jesse James, a piece of wooden siding from his last home. James was living quietly in St. Joseph's, Missouri under assumed name Thomas Howard when shot and killed by Bob Ford April 3rd, 1882. That's neat. The things we will collect. Wood from the famed coffee bean tree under which he was buried. Wallpaper pieces from the room in which he was killed. And there's Jesse James's revolver and his spurs. An antique Western holster. Look at this cowboy. He's made of nuts and bolts and cogs and wheels. Yeah. We've got a Buffalo Bill display case here. There's Buffalo Bill Cody's garb. And his rifle. What are these? Cased metal and 2 watch fobs. Oh, and they made a comic out of them. And there is General George Armstrong Custer. United States Army officer during the Civil War and Indian Wars, Custer had a distinguished war record and eventually became a lieutenant colonel and major general. Custer is most famous for Custer's last stand when he was killed at the Battle of Little Bighorn in Montana by Sioux forces led by Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull. This complete teller's cage and bank was once robbed by Jesse James' gang. It was recently removed from the only existing bank in New Hope, Kentucky. Give me all your money. I tell you what, we haven't even seen a single auto, but there's a buffalo fur coat circa 1800. I'll bet that would keep you super warm for sure. Some old Pioneer equipment. I wish I could show you a picture of Crazy Horse, but there is no known photograph or drawing of Crazy Horse and what he looks like. But there's Slow Bull. And Chief Curly over there. Giant bison. And the teepee. All right, next section. There's an old U.S. mail cart. Here's an example of all the carriages, buggies, and phaeton surreys, spring wagons, cutters, and sleighs. John Holenstein. I'm assuming that he's the maker of all of these ones we're about to see here. Oh, that one's fancy. Someone rich had to ride in that one. Maybe even do a tour in it. Little personal car. Look at how cool these lights are. You know, I dig the lights. The fancy person would sit inside, and then the driver up here. We haven't had a brake pedal. Covered wagon. Pearl laundry. There's no marking, so I can tell you nothing. Look at that. Built about 1860 in New York. That looks like a child's casket in there. It's so tiny. Okay. That looks like a wedding one because it's all white. Guess what section we're in now? That's right. Elvis. Yeah. Elvis's Lincoln. In 1972, he was pictured in it. Pretty neat. This is his last will and testament. Authentic documentation. Wow. This is crazy that they even show that. There's my manual. Oh, look at his outfits. That was what he wore in Wild in the Country. Oh, this guy's got a lot of Elvis stuff. Elvis loved his cigars. While visiting at my parents' home in 1977, he lit this one and smoked half of it. I, Ginger Alden, saved this cigar when I later found it in an ashtray and sentimentally decided not to throw it out. Oh, smart Ginger Alden. This picture hung in Elvis's trophy room until his death. That was chubby Elvis. Still loved him. Oh, these are the glasses he tore off in a fit of rage and smashed against the wall while performing in Reno. Gold records that commemorated 1 million copies sold. Elvis's studio mic. Vintage Shure model 555. Used by him in the 60s. Well, there's Priscilla. She's so beautiful. Wow. That's cool art. Linda Thompson's outfits. James Dean display. And there's a piece of James Dean's Porsche. And we know Buddy Holly as we went to his crash site. The day the music died. Buddy Holly's sweater. The glasses. Oh, here's a Marilyn case. Marilyn Monroe. Her colored cat's eye glasses of theirs are cute. And her faux diamond cigarette case with matching lighter. So fancy. on a single seat floral needlepoint pillow cover out of her Los Angeles home. Jane Russell. I'm not familiar with her. Gentlemen prefer blondes. Hey. Oh, Laurel and Hardy. Oh, I loved watching them. 1925 Ford Model T roadster pickup used in the Laurel and Hardy film Big Business. Rare car to pickup conversion. Basic factory cost $281. Other options: starter $25, at truck bed $55. 33,795 produced in 1925.
There it is.
Oh, there they are in it, right there. Huh. And there's still keys in it. Let's go. And there's their birth and death dates. Stan was 1890 to 1965, and Hardy was 1892 to 1957. I missed that boat. No words. Time for royalty. What's this? King George VI, 1946 Damer DE 36 limousine. I wonder if those guys are wearing the actual suits. The Queen's Guards. R.I.P. Queen. Oh, there's Gorbachev's Mercedes. There he is with the Mercedes. 1991 Mercedes SEL 540 armored limo. Wow. Look at the glass. Look at how thick that is. That's like 6 panes of glass. And the windshield, I wonder how hard that was to see through. Huh. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see out of. Maybe it's yellowed over time. Okay, here we've got bulletproof 1-inch thick glass rear doors and partition window. Evita and Juan Perón's presidential limousine. I guess they were the president of Buenos Aires. The fleet of Daimler straight eights for the royal tour photographed in the grounds of historic Stoneleigh Abbey, Warwickshire, just prior to the shipment to Africa. Diana, Princess of Wales, died on August 31st, 1998. 7. I was pregnant, I remember. At 4 a.m. Paris time after a car crash. She was only 36. Jeez. Joseph Stalin's 1937 Packard armored limousine. Well, that's pretty. 3-inch thick. Holy moly. Wow, that is thick. And that whole, it's this thick. That's crazy. The windshield is thick too. Ulysses S. Grant, 18th President of the United States. This is an 1865 Studebaker Landau carriage. And in the back, behind it, you can see a photograph of him in it. It's 139 years old, had 7 owners. And now we are in the presidential hall. Every single president is in here. There's our current and our last. And the one before that, and one before that, and one before that. Hey guys, not all of these look very real. Yikes.
These cars were usually loaded in the military C-130 cargo plane.
That can't be all of them.
Spare parts and extra gasoline when traveling abroad. While the president was seen many times riding in this car,
Harry Truman's car.
and through the United States, this Lincoln
Franklin Roosevelt's 1938 Cadillac Hess and Eisenhard. Wow, that thing's beautiful. so long. This is the coach that carried President William McKinley's body when he passed away. It was made in Ravenna, Ohio, and he died in 1901. He was president from 1893 to 1901. That's beautiful. Oh, Trump's limo. 2008 Lincoln Town Car Limousine. Calvin Coolidge. This car was first delivered to then Vice President Calvin Coolidge in May 1923 in Washington. After Coolidge became president in August of 1923, the car became part of the White House motor pool. In 1925, the car was assigned to Secretary of the State Frank Kellogg. Richard Nixon's 1969 Lincoln Lehman Peterson limousine. Oh, the body in the back scared me. Jimbo likes to creep up on me, so I almost thought it was him sitting in the back, but that would be so wrong that he got into one of these presidential limos. That would have been crazy. All right. Dwight Eisenhower's 1955 Cadillac. Lyndon Johnson's 1965 Cadillac Fleetwood limousine. Herbert Hoover's 1932 Cadillac 452 BV16 Imperial limousine. All these words. The transmission is the same that is used in the presidential Marine One helicopter pictured above. Wow. Sikorsky. Dwight Eisenhower's 1962 Cadillac Fleetwood limousine. He was the 34th president. Should I be saying that on each one? Jimmy Carter, he was the 39th president. That's his 1976 Cadillac 60 Special Broman sedan. This is also Lyndon B. Johnson's. Ooh, I see. Plaid back seats. It's a 1965 Lehman Peterson Lincoln Continental. Look at this interior. What? Somebody really liked plaid. Ida McKinley's personal sleigh. The 1800s. Ida McKinley was the first lady of the United States from 1897 to 1901, the wife of William McKinley, the 25th president.
At least until 1963, when he personally watched television reports of the violence in
Richard Nixon's 1986 Chrysler limousine. He was our 37th president.
And the scenes of fire hoses tearing the skin off of
We're going to enter Gangster land in just a minute. But first, Franklin Roosevelt, our 32nd president, his 1939 Ford Deluxe convertible. Huh. And there they are, Franklin and Eleanor, entering Gangster land. Thought we were already in Gangster land. Didn't we see some gangster stuff? Okay. Bonnie and Clyde, they have stuff spread all over the United States, I swear. These are their death hats. The hats they wore when they were killed. There's even like a couple bullet holes in hers. Pretty cool. Smith & Wesson revolver taken directly from Bonnie and Clyde's death car, and the bullets that were recovered from the car. 22 Colt rifle used by Raymond Hamilton, who was part of the Clyde, Barrow, Bonnie, Parker gang. Barrow's gang flashlight from Dexter's shootout. The original wanted poster of Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, Lizzie Borden. 3 items owned by Borden or her family. 1 bucket-sized brass or copper dough maker, which was found in Lizzie Borden's home. in Maplecroft, where she resided from 1893 to 1927. An ice pick found in the home during a 1995 renovation. Wow. And a silver-plated child's cup engraved with the name Emma. Emma was Lizzie's elder sister who lived with her from 1893 to 1905. Wow. Oh, a whole bunch of wanted posters. Wow. Bonnie and Clyde's car? Oh, from the movie. I was going to say, we saw the car in Vegas, I believe. Or no, it was in Nevada. 1967, Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway played Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker in the motion picture Bonnie and Clyde. George Barris built the Hollywood movie car used in the film. Bullet holes were actually shot into it with a .45 caliber Thompson machine gun, just like they used. These are the Lexington Hotel vault doors from Al Capone's office in downtown Chicago. That's some neat details in there. A brick from the Lexington Hotel in 1892, Chicago, Illinois, headquarters of Al Capone. I'm going to assume this is Al Capone's car. Capone Distributing, serving Chicago's finest. John Dillinger's display. A piece of John Dillinger's pants taken from his body the night he was killed on July 22nd, 1934. Pistol he left behind during the escape at Little Bohemia in 1934. A gun flash suppressor known as a silencer. I guess that's him dead. Life mask taken immediately after death. Wow. Why would he do that? There's his wanted poster. Clark Gable's outfit, costume, suit. Pistol used to kill John Dillinger, owned by Martin Zarkovich. Martin Zarkovich's badge. He was an East Chicago police officer, and he got an award for it. Oh, look at this. You Name It bar diorama by Michelle Garman. Oh, how cute. Jack Legs Diamond, 1929 Lincoln Model L. Used by Gangster. Legs Diamond. 1925 Studebaker Model EQ Special. Served in the police department in Galena, Illinois. We've been to Galena. Serial killer artifacts. What do we have? Jim Jones mass murder suicide letter signed by cult member Edith Delaney. Patty Hearst's wanted poster. Robert Stroud, known as the Birdman of Alcatraz. I'm not... Alcatraz, Handbook of Rules and Regulations. San Quentin Ball and Chain. Prisoner neck collar lock. Ugh. Coffee cup used by Bruno Hauptmann on February 13, 1935, while in Flemington jail. He was executed by electric chair on April 3, 1936. Charles Manson signature. John Wayne Gacy. That's his drawing and signature. Son of Sam, serial killer. Hi, Peter. Hope 1988 is good to you. Hope you like this token. I can't read his handwriting. Don't forget me. Huh. Jeffrey Dahmer's fingerprint. 1932 bulletproof Cadillac, Chicagoland gangster era. Portholes in the windows used for machine guns. So they would stick their machine gun out the window. Shoot ya. Old MacDonald never had it so good. 1969 elegant farmer wheelbarrow. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're in the unusual things department. This is the bumper car. The bumper car. It's made of bumpers. Mobile, 1972-73. That's funny. Art sculptures made from car bumpers. It's a dinosaur. No explanation on this one, but it's cute. Bath boat. Low mower. Low mower. Madsen Crossfire. Wow. Flat car. World record for the flattest car. Pretty flat. Steamroller. What steamroller? And this one is the 1976 bicentennial coin car. It has Lincoln $50 and 1976 pennies all over the whole thing. I bet it stops on a dime. It's in mint condition. Wood weighs 315 pounds. Wow. There's all kinds of facts on the side over here. Please don't touch. Fingerprints can be read. A solar car. Runs completely on solar. Moe's Motors. So the following celebrities have all ridden in this MOHS Opera sedan. Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Jimmy Dean, Elizabeth Montgomery, Johnny Carson, Doc Severson, Lawrence Welk, Agnes Moorehead, David Jansen, and Joan Crawford. Where's the door? Oh, you don't get in through the doors. There's no doors. Go in through the back. Oh, how cool and fancy. Oh, I just want to climb right in it. That's cool. I missed this one, the wooden car. Made of all wood. High performance machines. And that music is not helpful. Oh, Jenna Pashang from Roscoe, Illinois. That's here. It's got a Ruby. Are these replicas? Oh, a soapbox derby car. Hawaiian Punch. That's an actual car. There's the race car suit of Davy Jones. And there is his Bud Light Jaguar. Terry Kizer's 1987 and 88 IDBA Funny Bike National Champion. Mario Andretti. Jimbo likes to drive like him. 1929 Indianapolis race car. First race, May 30th, 1911. 1984 sprint car. Couldn't tell if that was you behind me. Joe Amata handed over his keys in 1998 to the owner of this museum, Wayne Lensing. This beauty. 1998 Dragster. So long. 1955 Buick Nailhead Dragster. It's not so long. Where do you sit? Oh, psh. Well, that's strange. Wait, there's no seat there. Oh, yeah, there is. Yikes. Another long one. Early 1900s Indianapolis 500 mechanics jacket. Midget races. 1940 midget Heligus V8 60 flathead. It's cute. Wow. Jeez. Jimbo can't even touch the top. Oh, it's not even on the ground. Bigfoot. How am I supposed to get a picture of that? Wow. 10-foot tall tires, 15-foot tall Bigfoot truck. See if I can get around it. Wow. Huh. Huh. It's so tall. What is this? Crazy looking speedboat. Smoking Joe's Racing. It's camel powered. Whoa, what the heck is this? 1975 Bonneville Boss Custom LSR hauler and model. Wow. Oh, so it hauls that thing. That thing. It's got all the states on it. Proud America. The first Ford to climb Pikes Peak, July 1st, 1916. 1914 Ford Mod T touring car. That's neat. Florida Swamp Buggy. Huh. So it was a Dr. Pepper car. And a Bonneville salt flat racing thing. What do you call this thing?
Jet car.
Jet car. It's freaking huge. Look at it. Flame blast from the afterburner of the General Electric J79 15,000 pound thrust jet power unit of Spirit of America. Sonic 1 at full power on a test bed. That was a lot of Greek. Cute little mock-up gas station with these lovely pumps. Like a soda shop look here. Oh, it's surrounding the restrooms. Cute. Darrell Waltrip's chrome suit worn only once at the Charlotte World 600. Okay, a lot more race cars. This is the war room. White House Staff Memorial flag and honor guard uniform worn at Franklin D. Roosevelt's funeral procession. Oh, model 1919 A6 machine gun. Yikes. Thing's crazy looking. They have the Lensing brothers, Daniel Bruno and Stevens, uniforms from when they were in service, along with a whole bunch of examples of what uniforms are in all the different branches. War room, fireplace, mantle, Truman era, 1945. On this mantle, in the presence of the Secretary of State, Secretary of War, Harry S. Truman signed the order to drop the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, forever changing the world. This is an example of a battleship destroyer. You know, like the game Battleship, right? Just kidding. The 1912 Ford Model T Roadster 4-cylinder has a mother-in-law seat in the rear. How rude. And this is the 1906 Orient Buckboard. It did not have a mother-in-law seat in the back.
Cheapest automobile in the world.
Cheapest automobile in the world, wow. Well, this is a 1959 Hunneman and Company hand-drawn manual tub pumper. This machine was used to pump water to a hose so that the water could be used to extinguish fires. We've got a 1929 Ford Model A taxi used in Crested Butte, Colorado. And over here, 1909 Giant truck by Chicago Pneumatic Tool Company. And then a 1908 Buick stake bed truck. This rare truck was built by the Buick Truck Division from 1908 to 1918. Sold new mostly to telephone companies. And here, what do we have? 1928 Franklin Airman Series 7-passenger Louis limousine. Okay, Miss Belvedere, this Plymouth was a time capsule buried in the lawn of the courthouse in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They buried it as a 50-year time capsule. However, when they unburied it in 2007, it was damaged by water. And so not very nice, but they also thought things through. They thought maybe we wouldn't be using gas in 2007, so they put gas in the trunk, a couple gas cans, just in case, so they could pull it out and drive it. So they thought was going to happen. They also put other memorabilia in it to keep as a time capsule, put pictures and other little things, but it didn't make it very well. Cute story, though. A journey through times. So this has a bunch of old collectible radios and record players and different music devices. Oh, this was a TV also. Vintage Stromberg and Carlson TV radio photograph wood cabinet. Even had a record player in the drawer. It's pretty neat. We've also got ancient clocks. Ton of old clocks. Ancient, I mean, they're antiques. Kind of hard because things are on both sides of the room here. Look at this TV. 1950s Philco Predicta television. It's like green. Huh. These people are in a theater. It's an old theater. They're watching the Stooges. There's an old projector and film cases. Huh. Oh, wow. It's an organ. Look at that. Wow. A pipe organ. 1903 Tracker Action Pipe Organ. This is a fine example of the turn-of-the-century cathedral room-size straight classical church pipe organ. It features a quarter sawn oak cabinet, 15 rank sets of pipes, complete with bench. Look, Rick, it's a penny farthing. Okay, we made it back to the world's largest guitar. Just kidding, I don't think it is, but I got startled again by a surprise character inside. I think that's supposed to be Johnny Cash. We've got a Conway Twitty car here. Oh, and an outfit. And a guitar. And a gold record over there. Patsy Cline. Outfits and wigs and hats. Huh. Hank Williams garb. Oh. 1967 Lincoln Continental Lehman Peterson limousine used by Hugh Hefner at his Playboy mansion. Oh, there's Hugh, R.I.P. We've got Jim Reeves, guitar case, outfit, records. This is what started the whole collection. Wayne Lensing's first purchase is this limousine owned by Howard Hughes. And it is a 1960 Cadillac limousine. And there is Howard Hughes. What do we have here? Chariot used by 1959 film Ben-Hur. Oh. And we've got a Houdini straitjacket. Huh. Oh, also Houdini shackles. Another contraption. Handcuffs. Well, that was a double lock leg iron, and that was a tower double lock on bar. Special die for key making. Thomas Edison's reading glasses. And we have glasses that were worn by Nick Cage in National Treasure. We have a 9/11 memorial, and they have all of the names on the wall. Wow. Flight crew. Huh. We will never forget. Blueprints of the World Trade Center, 1966 to 1970. Wow. Blueprints for both towers. And here is a piece of one of the towers with the firemen. The Hall of Christ with the Last Supper. Okay, so what is this? Stones from Jerusalem. And the Last Supper. Why are they all sitting on the same side of the table? Oh, yeah, so I can get a picture of them all. Oh, Honest Abe. Lincoln exhibit. Okay, so I do believe, yes, this is a reproduction model of the chair in which Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in. Piece of the carpet on his second inaugural march. A group of 6 handles from his coffin. Blood-stained handkerchief that was wrapped around Lincoln's head after his death to keep his jaw closed until rigor mortis set in. This one of the coins that was placed on Lincoln's eyelids after his death is a common practice in the 19th century. Tribute boot Victorian carriage built by the Wood brothers in 1864. It transported President Lincoln and his wife Mary Todd on the fateful trip to Ford's Theater April 14th, 1865. We've got the White House chair, Abraham Lincoln's chair from his personal study next to the Oval Office. Again with the glare. Sorry. To keep it safe, they have to put it in glass. Some rare, uncirculated, uncut bills direct from the mint. Lincoln uncut $5 bills from the mint. Huh. Civil War artifacts. Civil War bullets. Personal spoon of Abraham Lincoln. Personal razor of Abraham Lincoln. Not morbid at all, but this is Mary Todd Lincoln's black mourning fan and her veil. That's Lincoln's wife, Mary Todd. It's a 35-star flag. The 17th flag design used July 4th, 1863 to July 4th, 1865 during the Lincoln administration and the Civil War. Well, and there's the Gettysburg Address, done November 19th, 1863. Super excited about this one. Colonel Sanders' white suit. This is one of the famous white suits personally owned and worn by Colonel Harland Sanders. The colonel devised his trademark look, white suit styled with a black string tie in the 1950s. And this is his 1939 Lincoln K V12 limousine. Yellow because, The chair below, known as Lincoln Rocker, was purchased for Dr. King in late 1966. Chair was used in his cabin hideaway where he pondered the profound ideas he presented in his late writings. We found a Hitler cabinet. So Eva Braun was Hitler's longtime mistress, and these are some of her outfits. They've got a cigarette pack, some badges, cast iron wall plaque, the newspaper article reporting him dead, some cutlery found in his bunker, a book page that he autographed, some more table silverware, and that's his girlfriend's gun. The artifacts on display in this room no way reflect the views and opinions of historic auto attractions. This collection is intended for historical and entertainment purposes. So, and they have all kinds of stickers saying that same thing. This is Hitler's car. 1939 Mercedes G4 six-wheeled staff car. It is beautiful. Sheesh. And it is so like mint. It's behind these glass walls too. 1941 Fiat 1500 Italian command car. It was the Italian army procured cars in a fashion similar to the German army. Heinrich Himmler's SS Nazi commander 1939 Horch 930V. And these were those German motorcycles. 1942 World War II BMW combat motorcycle with sidecar. Benito Mussolini. 1939 Lancia Astura.
Dictator of Italy.
Oh, he was the dictator of Italy. And that was a parade car. More Nazi stuff. These are all the different Nazi war hats. Knives and badges. Jewelry chest from Himmler's house. Gestapo leader is Heinrich Himmler. So this is Lee Harvey Oswald's getaway taxi cab. 1962 Checker Marathon Dallas taxi cab, known as the getaway car. Okay, so this is John F. Kennedy's 1962 Lincoln. Red rose given to Jackie Kennedy at Dallas Love Field on November 22nd, 1963 from the mayor of Dallas. These are all Jackie Kennedy's outfits. The clothing of Camelot. Okay, this is funny, not funny. I find this amusing though. So you see this car right here and this car right here, right? So this is a fake of Kennedy and his wife. This is the actual car that was behind the car that Kennedy was shot in. So this is the car that was behind the car. The ambulance car that took Kennedy to the hospital. Okay, here I am in the reflection again, but this is another funny one. So this is the window next to the window that Lee Harvey Oswald shot out of when he shot Kennedy. So not the window, but the window next to it, because obviously the window he shot through is shot through. But that's funny, right? Well, here's Lee Harvey Oswald's sweater, and this is a Mannlicher Carcano rifle, which is similar to the one he used to shoot Kennedy. Oh, this is the actual flag that was draped over Kennedy's casket. Wow. this is the flag that flew over the Capitol November 21st, 1963, the day Kennedy left for Dallas. And the White House chandelier, 1935, Waterford Tiffany gift from Irish ambassador used in the China Room, one of 7 in the world. Another morbid veil. This is Jacqueline Kennedy's funeral veil and her little comb and umbrella. Look at that. You can see what it looks like on the inside. This is the flag that flew over the nation's capital during John F. Kennedy's funeral. Grassy knoll fence. All his pins. If I were 21, I'd vote for Kennedy. Exploratory. There's the sun. The chimpanzee ham in the biopack couch for the MR2 flight. Gene Cernan spacesuit glove from the Apollo 17 mission. Oh, a space shuttle tire. Huh. These are replicas. The center of the room is a replica thing. Capsule. Superheroes. What? The DeLorean from Back to the Future. It's the flux capacitor, isn't it? And the Flintstones car. Hardly superhero, but not the actual Flintstones car, right? It's from the movie. Viva Rock Vegas. Universal in 2000. We've got 1960s Batmobile reproduction built to the exact same specs as the 1960s TV car. And that Catwoman crawling on the floor is kind of weird. The Batman Returns Batmobile. And also the original Bat missile vehicle from Batman Returns. And Spider-Man. Why is he here? I don't know. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters? This is from Ghostbusters 2. We believe you. Call us 5-2020. National Lampoon's Family Truckster. Look. They even have Aunt Edna on the roof. I love National Lampoons. It's fun. And on the opposite side of the room is the Andy Griffith Show memorabilia. This is Barney Fife's outfit. And this is the 1964 Ford Galaxy squad car from the Andy Griffith Show. These are original costumes donated by the NBC Studios from Sanford and Son. And extra bonus piece. They have the pickup truck from the TV show. Can you believe this? Holy moly. We've got a Looney Tunes fun car. Bugs Bunny driving. Eating his carrot. The car actually has a very long carrot on it. Hi, Bugs. The actual mirror from Gone with the Wind. All right, so that was it for the museum for the day. We are now headed back to our camper, which is just a short walk. And we're going to chill out, walk the dog, and make some food. Start all over again. Why don't you tell them goodbye, babe?
Goodbye, babe.